Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, a mayor turned MMDA chief takes another shot at the senatorial race.
Sana po ngayon 2019, kagaya po noong 2016, matulungan nyo rin po ako.
President Rodrigo Duterte's former political advisor.
Kailangan pong magtulong-tulong ang bawat Pilipino para umunlad ang ating bansa at matulungan si Pangulong Duterte.
The point person on major disasters under the present administration.
Ang mahalaga po yung mabilis at dagli ang pagbangon ng mga kababayan natin na lalo naghihirap pag merong isang kalamidad na nagaganap.
After failing to get a Senate seat in 2016, what would make him win this time around? Senatorial candidate and former presidential political advisor Francis Tolentino joins us live. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. President Rodrigo Duterte backing the head of the Metro Manila Police over his actions towards a police officer who was arrested for extortion. In a video that has now gone viral, Metro Manila Police Chief Director Guillermo Eleazar is seen grabbing police officer to Marlo Quibete by the collar and pulling his hair while shouting expletives. Eleazar has apologized for his actions, but the president says what the NCRPO chief did was okay. Here's the president in his own words.
Sabihin mo kay Eleazar, okay yun. Ano ba naman yan, ganun-ganun? Sumasayaw nga yan sila na tao. Sabi mo, I have his back covered.
So let's now speak to Metro Manila Police Chief Guillermo Eleazar. Sir, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Pinky, and good morning to all your televiewers.
Sir, you've apologized for that incident with PO to Quibete, sir?
Yes, I would like to clear it out, Pinky. Hindi ako nag-apologize sa pulis. Hindi ako mag-apologize sa mga pulis na gumagawa ng kalokohan. Actually, hindi ko naman sinaktan yan eh. In fact, yung sinasabing sinaburutan ko, tinataas kong ulo niya so I can see him eye to eye. And then, yung dinibdiban, kiniryohan natin yan. At totoo yun, dinuro ko. So, hindi tayo mag-apologize. But I apologize to the public because of the outrage or itong kind of lost my temper. But itong sitwasyong ito, he deserved that. Alam mo, itong police nito, alam naman niya, noong una pa, we've been telling our policemen na we are the one implementing the laws. And ito yung betrayal na sinasabi natin, using this campaign against illegal drugs para ipurso itong mga personal motibo natin, pagkakitaan.
Sir,
that is something na hindi naman dapat.
Well, the background, sir, is because itong ang CPO to Quibete ay allegedly, sir, humingi ng pera para makalaya yung, humingi ng pera doon sa live-in partner para makalaya yung kanyang live-in partner. That's the story, sir.
Yes, tama yung Pinky. And I was the one who received that information. Actually, may nag-text sa akin, nag-refer sa akin, and then after that, nag-arrange tayo ng in-traffic operation. And worse kasi, no, makita natin siya, when I read the exchange of text messages between this Quibete, pati na yung at least 4 niyang kasamahan, to include the head of the District Drug Enforcement Unit, doon makikita mo yung mga transaksyon kung papaano nila plinano o ginawa itong pangungutong dito sa nahuli nila, not just the money that were taken from the suspect and yung kanyang live-in partner, but itong kwintas na nakuha sa kanya. And worse, itong motorsiklo, she was forced to sign a deed of sale. And after that, meron pang singilin doon sa kaibigan ng babae na kinuha pa nila at patuloy pa rin humihingi. So ito yung makita natin sa mga text messages, talagang nakakagigil na rin dahil we've been doing this, itong intrapid operation even before, and pinakikita nga natin na ginagawa natin yon para magsilbing babala sa iba na pulis na huwag nang gawitin yon. And yet, andito na naman tayo. Itong mga pulis ito, idoblehin mo sweldo, gawin 3 times or 4 times.
Yeah.
Kung sagad sa buto na yan, ganyan talaga. Yan ang hinahanap natin.
Kung meron ho siguro talaga masamang balak, sir, kahit na doblehin ang sweldo ng pulis, ay gagawin pa rin nila yung masama nilang balak.
Yes, yun nakita natin. It's about greed. It's about easy money for easy life na hinahanap natin. But believe me, Pinky, ito na experience natin for the past 3 years, malaki ng improvement in terms of discipline. Pina-improve din natin yung counterintelligence. But we need this kind of operation, intrepid operation.
Yeah.
But all of this intrepid operation cannot be done without the reports coming or complaints coming from the people na inaabuso nila.
Yeah.
Kaya nga ito yung pagtugon sa aming panawagan na tulungan kaming patuloy na suportahan kami in our internal cleansing drive.
Which is an ongoing process, sir, obviously, because hindi naman to matatapos kaagad, kaya patuloy po ito. But what does it say, sir, about these policemen? Walang takot? Ganun ho ba yun?
Yes, nakita natin walang takot kasi nga, paulit-ulit natin sinasabi sa kanya, we have, here in NCRP, we have 28,000, whole the Philippines, almost 100,000. Kung meron mang ganyan, kakaunti lang yan.
Okay.
And maybe sa incident na nangyari, will serve again as stern warning sa kanila.
Okay.
Paulit-ulit na natin sinasabi yan eh.
Sir, so let me clarify. What did you apologize for? You apologize for what, sir? For...
Well, actually, I apologize to the public for, for this outrage na I kind of lost my temper.
Yes.
Pero sa pulis na yan, he deserved that. Hindi ko naman sinaktan yan eh. Kung magreklamo siya. Alam mo, ito, simple-simple, pulis tayo eh. Tayo dapat na nagpapatupad ng batas eh. Gagawa pa ng katarantuang ganyan. Yung hindi ko sinaburutan dyan, siguro angle ng camera, but just the same, hindi ko, given the same circumstances, maybe, pipigilin ko sarili ko, pero yung ganung pagpapahiya, kung violate ko doon, is napahiya sa publiko. He deserved that. Pulis kami eh.
So, does that mean, just to be clear on this, sir, does this mean you're telling us that you have the right to physically hurt a policeman caught
No.
okay.
Yes
or no,
sinasabi
sir?
yun. No, hindi natin dapat sinasaktan yan.
Okay.
In fact, ako para sa akin, hindi ko naman sinaktan yan eh. Yung hindi ko dinibdiban niya, kwinelyuhan lang yan.
You collared.
Hindi ko sinampal yan, hindi ko sinabunutan yan. Tinaas ko yung ulo niya. Well, dinuro-duro ko siya. Pero, ang problema kasi natin...
Does that mean, sir, does that mean hindi yun, para lang malinaw, hindi yun pananakit? Is that what you're saying, sir?
Hindi sa akin pananakit yun. Well, interpret yung bahala kayo. Yung mga polis na nakita ang gawa kalokohan, kung magalit, kung paano tayo patukusin ng tao, ngayon itong naandyan kayo, dinuro lang natin because sa something na ginawa niyang hindi katanggap-tanggap. Ngayon, babalik ta rin. Ako naman ang, sige, okay, kung mag-complain kayo, mag-complain. Pero I'll stand to my what I have done, na itong taong ito, he doesn't, deserve na mag-stay sa PNP. At yung panduduro natin sa kanya, pagkapaya sa publiko, he deserved that.
Yeah. So the shaming is okay, sir. That's what you're saying. To shame these alleged extortionists, sir, is okay. The police is okay to do that.
Yes.
How do you feel, sir?
Well, hinarap sa publiko. And then, payayin ng ganun. Ginagawa na. That's like the father, itong mga anak natin, na talaga namang here in SRPO, bilang ama ng SRPO, we've been so much challenges na hinaharap natin. We've been doing a lot for effective supervision, and yet, merong ganyan. Paulit-ulit na yan eh.
Yeah.
Ano bang gusto gawin natin?
I guess...
let's put it in the proper perspective. Well, kung marami sa inyong kumakampi, kinakampihan yan, so be it. Kung sa tingin nila is mali ang ginawa ko dyan, so bahala kayo. At kung sa tingin nila, yung pa ngayon, ang sympathy is on that policeman, palagi ko baligtad na ang perspective natin sa ating ginagawa ngayon.
Sir, last question. How do you feel that the President is backing you up?
The President is just consistent in his policy. Simula ng dati pa man. Siya nagtulak nitong war on drugs. This is a noble war. He meant to save our youth. He really he meant to save our country. Kaya ito trabaho lang natin to eh. Sino bang ayaw? Galit na galit siya na binababoy itong war on drugs natin sa mga tiwaling pulis na pinagtitiwalaan niya. Alam natin kung paano natin makita ang Presidente back-upan ang ating pulis. Pero kung makita naman yung pulis na betraying us on our campaign against illegal drugs, this noble campaign na gusto natin i-save the youth in this country, tama lang yan. Unfair naman na nakita natin itong mga maliliit na kaunting pulis na gumagay ng kalokohan, but majority or ito ba nagsasakripisyo hindi natin nakikita.
Okay.
So So, well, he's just being consistent on
All right.
ang outing president.
Sir, maraming salamat po sa inyo. Thank you, NCRPO Chief Guillermo Eleazar. We'll be taking a short break. When we come back, Senatorial candidate Francis Tolentino will be with us. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. His senatorial bid for the second time is backed by no less than President Rodrigo Duterte himself. His political career spans from being a city mayor for 9 years to being chief of the Metro Manila Metropolitan Development Authority under then-President Noynoy Aquino, and to being President Duterte's political advisor. He ran for the Senate in 2016, landed almost in the winning circle, but not close enough to enter the top 12. He filed an electoral protest against Senator Laila de Lima, who was in 12th place. Now he's trying to win a Senate seat. Will voters finally give him a chance? Let's go straight to the source of the story. Senatorial candidate and former presidential political advisor Francis Tol.
Morning, ma'am.
Hi, sir.
Morning,
How are
morning.
you?
Fine,
Okay,
fine.
so let's start with the electoral protest, sir. So you asked the Senate Electoral Tribunal to withdraw
Wala na yan,
and
wala na.
archive? Ganun
Wala
po
na
ba
yan
yun?
ngayon. Pero wala pa silang resolution, although pending yan. But most probably it will be archived or considered as withdrawn.
But I think the operative word there is archive. Ang tinatanong ho ng iba, kapag sinabing archive, let's say matalo ho kayo, pwede ho bang buhayin yon?
It's another issue. Hindi ko muna iniisip ngayon yun eh. Focus ako sa campaign ngayon. So we're now we're nearing the first month, di ba? Feb 12. So it's a different ball game for me kasi yung first run, independent lang ako eh. Mag-isa. Now I have 2 teams to cope with daily. So yun ang pagkakaiba.
But the senator is saying that you should not withdraw your electoral protest because you weren't cheated.
Sino may sabi noon?
Senator Laila de Lima.
Concentrate na lang siya doon sa drug cases niya.
Aha.
Huwag na dito sa electoral protest ko. Kasi ganito yun eh. Ang feeling ko, legally, she doesn't even have a standing to speak kasi she forgot to file a counter-protest. All election protests, hindi ko na babanggitin yung pangalan, protest, counter-protest. Yung sa case ko, ako lang nag-file ng protest. Wala siya, kaya dapat yun ex parte na lang eh. So ex parte meaning to say, ako na lang yung nagpipresent.
Yeah.
So
Just
hindi na
your side.
Yes.
Yeah, but she's saying that if you're so sure that you're gonna win, why withdraw? Why withdraw?
Distraction na siya ngayon. Wala na siyang pakialam sa akin.
No, but why withdraw if you're confident?
To focus on the campaign right now because I'm not so sure on how long will the electoral protest last. I'm not so sure when it will end. Remember the Coco Pimentel Zubiri case? Yeah. It lasted for several years and it was never resolved. The reason why Coco Pimentel was able to assume was Zubiri
Because
has a
he
decency
resigned.
to design. Kaya nga sabi ko kung si Laila mag-resign, out na rin ako. But I don't think she's gonna resign.
Well, in fact, she said, stop your hallucination. The Filipino deserves someone way better, someone sane. If you're so sure you won, why did you withdraw your protest?
Hallucination is related to drug incidents. So wala namang hallucination sa electoral protest. So I think we should focus on, no offense to her, we should focus on the campaign right now and the issues confronting the nation.
So the issue is, sir, if just on a last note on this, so it's clear, ano ho ba ang kapag matalo kayo, do you wish na posibleng yung balikan itong electoral protest? Because in your petition,
Hindi ko
meron
naman na iniisip yun.
Well, why did you put archive?
Hindi ko
Or archive?
na iniisip yun. So focus muna tayo sa campaign, focus muna tayo sa issues confronting the Filipinos today.
But why did your electoral protest say archive? Kasi archive parang itatabi
Technical
muna
yan
natin.
Technical legal term yan eh. I don't want to dwell on that. Pero kung iisipin nga, ulitin ko, she doesn't have the right to intervene in the electoral protest since she failed to file a counter-protest. Ako na lang dapat yung party doon eh.
So ang mangyayari dito, sir, it's the Senate Electoral Tribunal really that will decide on this.
Opo.
Diba? Pati kung i-archive nila
Opo.
o hindi. Let's look at the campaign. You are ranking 17 to 18, but
The same.
as you mentioned,
the same as
dalawang...
2016.
Hindi, pero sabi mo nga iba ngayon. Independent
Hindi,
kayo
yung mga
dati,
ranking-
ngayon there are 2 groups.
Yung ranking no, yung 1,200 respondents, the same. But modesty aside, I got 13 million votes. Not 1,200 respondents. last cycle.
But do you feel that the Senate race now is tighter? Mas mahirap po ba ngayon yung race, yung kampanya, o mas mahirap ba manalo ngayon kaysa noong 2016, sir?
Palagay ko mas madali ngayon kasi may team nga ako. 2016, wala akong sample ballot. 2016, I ran as an independent. Ang sample ballot ko lang, Cavite and Davao. Now I think I'll be included in the sample ballots. Diba? That's the
And
difference.
that's a big deal, you're
Yes.
saying. And, sir, you have President Rodrigo Duterte.
Yes.
And they say
I'd rather, Pinky, we have limited time, talk on issues now.
Oh, yes, we will, sir. I'll get to that when,
Debate nung iba, yung gano'n.
Oo. Dadating tayo doon, sir. Pero syempre, ang tinatanong ko rin is because nasa close-in ka daw ni Pangulo. Ngayon, ikaw, si Bongo, malaking tulong ho ba yun para sa inyong kampanya?
Siguro naman. Because I've never been endorsed by a sitting president before. So ngayon, endorse ka ng sitting president, siguro may tulong yan.
So if you were to land, sir, anong palagay mo, saan ka? Anong number?
Hindi ko alam, Pinky.
But you are confident this time around you'll make it, sir?
Mas maganda yung machinery ngayon eh. I didn't have a machinery. I never had a rally before. Never had a motorcade before. Never had a, sabi ko nga, yung sample ballot. Ngayon, mukhang meron sample ballot.
All right, so EDSA.
Then you have the help of the local chief executives.
Nandun ang suporta ng local
Dati
government
wala.
officials.
Dati
Right, sir.
lang.
Which the opposition is saying that really the administration has a lot of. You were mayor of Tagaytay for 9 years, sir, no?
Yes.
Tapos MMDA chairman. You said that solving EDSA traffic is doable.
Yes.
How?
When I assume as MMDA chair, 12 million lang yung population natin daytime. Next year's 2020 is going to be 20 million. Same length of road, bigger population, more cars. So paano maging doable yon? You need to have more infra. You need to have better transport system. The president was asking for emergency powers. It was not given to him. Bakit? Kasi hindi naintindihan ng iba eh. Can I have 1 minute for this?
Of course, sir.
Ang intindi ng iba, emergency powers will just deal with Republic Act 9184, the procurement law, lesser bidding rules, madalian na, circumventing some bidding procedures. Hindi po. The emergency powers would entail the grant of powers to the president to override some city ordinances. For instance, conflicting ordinances between Pasay or Makati. Number 2, my wish to have a flexi hours for all workers, students in Metro Manila can be pushed through. Students can go to school at 7:30, public government workers 8:30, 10:30 or 9:30 ang private sector. So, hindi tayo sabay-sabay sa kalye. That's part of the emergency powers. Existing bus terminals along clogging EDSA with contractual rights between the lessor and the lessee can be overridden without infringing on their constitutional rights to enter into a contract. Fourth, probably we'll have a more synchronized local legislative ordinances because the president will be able to, nabanggit ko nga, override. Plus, yung dream ko na yung mga bus drivers natin magkaroon ng sweldo. So, you don't have to go to the process of amending the labor code. Yun na yung emergency powers. But some persons equated emergency powers with bidding procedures, procurement, abuse of power. Hindi, baka mali lang yung intindi nila sa nomenclature. It's not that. It's similar to the powers granted to previous presidents na may power crisis
Who are you
tayo.
referring to?
Yung isang senador na babae na chairman ng committee.
Which you're talking about Senator Grace?
I think so. Ibinanggit na rin yun ni Presidente. Let me close my phone. So sana natapos na yun, nabawasan na ng konti. Nakabili na ng mas maraming bagon. Inupuan nila for years. Committee level.
So,
no offense to her. She was probably being advised by her lawyers that ito yon. Pero
ito yung possible consequences
yes,
ng
but as
pagbibigay
a
ng
former
emergency
Metro
power.
Manila chair, ito yung kailangan eh. Rehabilitation of PNR, a revival of the PNR line dito sa Santa Mesa, Guadalupe. Meron tayong linya dyan. So, i-relocate mo yung yung may mga ibang bahay doon, that would entail emergency powers. So, nakita lang siguro nung iba na, again, no offense, she must just be doing her job. Nakita lang siguro na ito yon, baka dito yung danger ng graft.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
Yeah, wait, well, let me clarify that. You don't want to offend the senator, but you're saying that what you're saying is she probably did not understand what emergency powers entails. Is that what you're saying?
Probably. Then the scope and the magnitude would include perhaps the amendment of several civil service regulations, which cannot be done overnight. Ang daming babaguhin mo yan.
But also, I remember, sir, before we go on a break, was that isa sa mga hinaing nila was that marami ho silang hinihingi from the Transportation Department. The committee was asking for a number of submissions from the DOTR, I believe, and hindi po nabibigay sa kanila. That's why I also remember them, the senator saying that hindi kasi nakumpleto kung ano yung supposed requirements, sir.
Because they just focus on the infra-technical. In-invite ba doon ng civil service, chairman? In-invite ba doon ng business community? Anong tingin nyo pag ang pasok natin ay flexi hours? Remember, modesty aside, I was the one who initiated adjusted mall hours. It worked.
Yeah.
So kung ginawa na nating institutional yon, mas
Implement yan
maganda.
consistently. All right, we'll be taking a short break. We'll be right back. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, Senatorial candidate and former presidential political advisor Francis Tolentino. Sir, mabilis lang kasi MMDA chairman kayo dati. Ang sinasabing batiko sa inyo, if it's doable, bakit hindi yun nagawa during your time?
Wala ngang powers.
Kulang.
Wala. Kaya ko bang baguhin yung civil service rules? Kaya ko bang magbigay ng sweldo sa mga bus drivers? Hindi. You can just encourage, but you don't have that power.
Okay.
Kaya mo masynchronize yung mga various ordinances ng different LGUs.
Well, ang kaya nyo is obviously the malls. Pakiusapan yung mga malls na
Which we
ibahin
did.
yung kanilang oras. Yes.
Which we did.
And what else? Within your power.
Ang nagawa ko noon, kahit hindi nyo alam, siguro yung conduction sticker, ginawa kong plate number yun eh. I was the one for purposes of number coding, just for Metro Manila, pero ngayon buong Pilipinas na.
Yeah.
Ako rin yung naglagay nung keep distance, cement, sa mga mixers ng cement.
Yes, yes.
Yun yung mga innovation
Pagka nasa daan.
Yes, ang daming accidents na. Motorcycle lanes. You still remember that?
Of course I do.
Pasig River Ferry.
You know, yes, sir. The problem is there are some things that were done that are not being consistently implemented. Would you agree?
Ay, siguro. Wala na ako ngayon. Pero
sige.
yun lang kaya kong gawin, ginawa ko. Pero yung beyond the scope, yung franchises.
I remember, sir, meron ka pang plano noon na parang of course, that was beyond your scope. Also was an overpass. Was that you on EDSA,
The
right,
Sky
sir?
Bridge from San Juan River to Pasong Tamo.
Anyway, so let's move forward, sir, dahil wala na rin tayong oras. Sa priority legislation, sakaling manalo kayo, what's the first order of business for you? What's the first bill you're gonna pass?
Ngayon, hindi pa campaign period, modesty aside, I was the one who initiated an opposition to the MWSS. They attempted to increase water rates. Bumaba na last week. So by March, yung mga consumers natin will be receiving 20 centavos to 75 centavos lower water rates. Ako yung nag-oppose noon, hindi ko lang iniingay noon. Number two, ito pa rin, yung sa disaster, we're having El Nino. El Nino na ngayon, I'm calling all LGUs to declare an early state of calamity. Kasi 16 stronger typhoons, stronger dengue strain, and probably kasama na yung heat strokes, and lower water level for Angat Dam would translate into more brownouts. Priority bills sa
So
LGUs.
hold on, let's go to that. So gusto mo the LGUs will file an early
Will
onset
declare.
an early onset of parang state of
Yes.
calamity in
Yeah.
order to obviously address and have the funds to mitigate the
Yes.
problems that El Nino may cause.
Yes.
Okay, the second one you were saying, apart from that,
A lot of other legislations for LGUs, like for instance, I would propose several amendments to the local government code that would entail the downloading of funds for devolved functions not given
give us
hanggang
an
ngayon.
example.
For example, agriculture. Dinevolve sa kanila, may municipal agriculture officer, wala namang agricultural funds. Health, dinevolve sa kanila, wala namang pondo para sa tigdas.
may kakampi ka dyan, sir, Department of Health, because they also, they're saying that it becomes counterproductive when that is the process by which funds are devolved.
Yes. And then,
Parang mas matagal daw eh.
not just because of El Nino. I've been saying by year 2025, the Philippines will be having a water crisis. So what I'm proposing right now is to consolidate all agencies involved in water distribution, National Irrigation Authority, the various LUA water districts, MWSS, National Water Resources Board, that we create now a Department of Water Resources Management to address the potential lack of water in 2025 to ensure that all Filipino households will have water. 9 million households walang tubig sa buong Pilipinas. And to address the agricultural needs, yung tubig, manufacturing, etc., etc. So, isang agency na lang ang gagawa niyan, hindi yung iba-iba. Sino yung may maintain ng dam, sino yung sa irigasyon. 9 million Filipinos walang tubig. That's if others will be talking about human rights, I refer them to a recent 5 years, 6 years, United Nations declaration that the right to potable, clean
drinking
water is a human right, is a
Yeah.
basic human right. So I'm for that.
And I think that should be done now, sir.
Now.
Very soon. Because
Now.
if you're saying this happens in 2025, that's
Malapit
6
na yun.
years. Yeah.
Walang tumutugon sa, walang nagsasabi na kukulangin tayo ng tubig. Hindi naman tayo pwedeng bumili lang ng 12 pesos per bottled water.
Anyway,
every
you're close
day.
to the president, sir. In case you don't make it, you can always...
We'll make it. We'll make it.
All right, very quickly, wala na tayong oras, sir. Debate with Ocho Diretso. Are you game for this? Kayo ho ba okay?
Na-debate ko na lahat sila. If they want another round, so be it. Kahit sabay-sabay sila. Modesty aside.
Okay, sir, wala na po tayong oras.
Sayang.
Maraming salamat. Late
Sayang,
kayo
oo.
Late
Kaya
kayo
nga.
dumating. Thank you to former political advisor, Secretary Francis Tolentino. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.